Right then, let's have a look at some markets then. Let's go through some live ones and tell you what I've been thinking. Let's have a look at euro dollar. Okay, so euro dollar on the weekly. We've seen a lovely move down. Great move down. Moved a long way, in which case we were selling euro dollar the whole way down here. It's below the 200, the line's red. Fantastic. As it went green here, well, as it came down to some lows, we stopped looking for sales really as it's gone a long way from the 200, and we start to believe that this market is going to move back up towards the 200. It's on its way there, it's still green. So what I'll be saying is I still think there's some room to move higher on euro dollar. When it does do that, hopefully it'll bounce off the 200 or it'll make a double top somewhere around here and turn back red over the next few weeks, in which case then we'll start looking for sells. So about all there is to say on that really. We've been through cable. Let's have a look at euro yen. Okay, euro yen. We briefly touched on it before. It's broken the 200 and now we're looking for sales. It looks like it's going to build up some momentum, doesn't it? It's making new lows, lower highs, and really looking to gain some momentum lower. So let's have a look at the daily. Right then, can we see any opportunities on here over the last few weeks as it's broken the 200? Well, we have one here. We see a series of green bars. The red bar then makes a new high, a new low, completely engulfing. God, how many bars is that? I don't know. But I don't really see that as a fantastic bar. I mean, the stop you're going to have on this one is pretty huge. 400 pips in order to get to the top of the bar. And after a big move like that, you fancy the market to have a bit of a breather. So the likelihood is you'll be getting in when it beats the low of this bar. And you're probably going to have to suffer a bit, which we did have to, probably a couple of weeks worth of suffering. 200 pips would have gone against us before it comes back into profit. It'll be sat nicely now, 70 odd pips up. It's broken those lows, which is good, but I'd be waiting really for a better bar than that really to get me in. Okay, let's have a look at dollar yen. Dollar yen's in a funny situation now, so we're seeing it just breaking the 200. I can't yet say that it is below the 200 really. What I want to see is it to break this low. Once it breaks that, gets down to here, I will say then I'm looking for sells. Until then, I think it could bounce, stay up and then go back up, in which case it'll turn green and we look for buys. So at the minute, nothing to look for on dollar yen. Right then, pound yen, let's have a look on the weekly chart. As all the yen pairs by the looks, we're in really good spaces for sells. We've seen the move down. Oh, look at this move. Look at that, all green all the way up there above the 200. That has been very nice. We were all in that, buying it. But now we've seen move back to the 200, crash through, and now we're definitely below. We're definitely looking for sells on this now. Definitely looking for this to carry on down here. Okay, let's have a look at the daily, see for any opportunities. And straight away, what do you see there? Now, the reason I wasn't in this, or I'm not in this, is because I had cable on, which I was either one or the other. I didn't want to be in £2 trades and be overexposed. I chose cable, but let's have a look at what happened if I chose pounds yen. We see a series of green bars going upwards back towards the 200. It kind of makes another top there, doesn't it? It makes a new high, makes a new low, completely engulfing that previous bar. Right, let's get rid of them drawings. Now we know which bar we're looking at. And let's have a look at how many pips we would have been up. We would have put our order just below the bar, below this bar here. The order would have gone in below. The stop would have been, we probably could have put it above. As pound yen is a pretty volatile market, we would have had about 300 pip stop on this one, in which case we're shooting for about 900 pips. We'll currently be up 550. We're up closer to 700. And we're looking for 900. We're looking for it to get really below these lows and down to about there, which by the looks of it isn't even far away, is it really? It's over half the way there. And pound yen is really a market where you can make some serious pips. You do need bigger stops, in which case sometimes you need to adjust your trade size in order to accommodate those stops. But, you know, the rewards are definitely there. Okay, let's have a look at Aussie dollar. So on the weekly, we've seen a nice little pattern here where we got red, where we would have been looking for sells here. We might have been caught out, lost a trade here as it went back up. It went green, so we were waiting. Is it going to break the 200 or not? Didn't break, stayed below, in which case we were looking for sells here. Now this was, it's a while ago now, 18 months ago. We'd have been looking for sells from, you know, kind of up here. That's a over 2,000 pip move over the last year, and we'd be looking for sells throughout the whole of that. That's not saying we're going to win every trade, but we'll be looking at catching one of these nice bars, these nice moves down, and I'm confident we would have been in a few of them. But let's have a look at where we are now. We're in a little reset position. So the market is currently moved a long way from the 200, in which case it's been dragged back towards like a magnet. It's had a little go at it, turned red again, but it's just turned green again, the line. What I'll be saying is now, if it can turn red, I'd probably be saying I would look for a sell. I'd be waiting for the perfect entry on the daily. But let's say this was red now, we were looking for sells. Do we have any opportunities? Oh, look at that there. Straight away we can find one opportunity right at the top. This bar, we have a series of greens. We have a red bar making a new high, makes a low, engulfing the candles. So let's have a look at the situation. Of that red bar, we'd have had an order just below it there. A stop we could have had over the tops, which would be about 100 pips. We're shooting for about 300 pips on this. As it moves down, we could have moved our stop to break even. It might have given us a bit of a scare as it shot back up. I don't think it quite would have touched us. And then would have come back right down to the 200. Look at that, 300 pips bang on the 200. So that would have been a really nice trade, that one.